Welcome to the hottest happy hour in STL. Pour your mocktail, your cocktail, whatever it is, and join us and have some fun here at the In Your City Show. You never know where we will be coming from. It could be from we were at the art show. It might be at the Ritz-Carlton. It may be in our living room. We might be going
We'll
from
be
the
upstairs in
mansion
our second living room, where we are today.
in the greenhouse room, wherever it might be. The In Your City Show will be in your show, in your city, bringing you some fun. So today on the In Your City Show, I'm Kelly Lamb with Gordon Montgomery. And of course, we're going to be stepping into the spotlight. We have actor Caleb Mathura. He joins us to talk about The Notebook, which I am so
One of your favorites.
excited. My absolute favorite. Nicholas Spark is one of my, oh my gosh, my favorite authors. I've got a pile of books of Nicholas Sparks stacked on our bookshelves. Love him. It is going to be on the stage coming up at the fabulous Fox Theater the 4th through the 16th. We're going to welcome Nisi, Sturgis, and Bryce Miller from the New Jewish Theater's witty and fast-paced Baskerville, a Sherlock Holmes Madcap. So that'll be fun. And then we'll be taking a stylish ride. We are going to be with Nadine Sanduk, owner of NAS Transportation, a St. Louis premier woman-owned luxury transportation service, redefining comfort on the go. So it's always laughter, it's always fun, and you never know what we'll be doing on it.
No.
That's for sure. So before we get started and get to meet Caleb, did you know that we have a new sexiest man alive? I know you're just mad because it's not you. But
Is it Caleb that's going on the
It
show?
is not Caleb, but I'm sure you'll get contender. It is the 2025 sexiest man alive is Jonathan Bailey.
And who's that?
Now, have you?
I'm getting old. I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, if you've watched Bridgerton, which I think you slept and I watched every single episode in one day, and if you watched The Wicked Star, then you would know who Jonathan Bailey
Okay.
is. Now, this is something new. As you show the photos of all the sexiest men, which The Rock, Cooper, oh gosh, how could I forget his name? Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
My hot hunks, they made it. And then Jonathan Bailey, he publicly announced in 2018 that he's gay. So he is the first gay man to be the sexiest man alive.
Well, why can't he be the sexiest man alive?
Well, he can be, but he's the first, and they made note of it. So I got to make
Okay.
sure I mention it. That leaps and bounds, I guess, which doesn't make.
Do we have?
I think women are like when these like sexy man, and they're like, "Ah, he's not even gonna like me. But then if you are a guy that is gay, then you're gonna be so excited. So us women were like, well, shoot, he's so sexy, but he's not even gonna want to date me. So I can't date him because I'm married to you.
It's a good point. I'm glad you realized that. Yeah, I'm glad you realized that.
Something that'll make you jealous is Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Your gal is in a relationship.
You know, I've kind of fallen away from little Jennifer Aniston
Because
lately.
she didn't pick you?
No. So she's doing what now? She's dating again?
Yeah, she hasn't been that I'm aware of. She hasn't been.
She hasn't been doing the J-Lo?
She hasn't. Well, no, she's not J-Lo at all. J-Lo's what, on her 5th marriage?
I can't keep track.
Elizabeth Taylor. But Jennifer Aniston is in love. Showed a picture of her on Instagram, locking arms around her boyfriend. They say they're casually dating, but People magazine says it is probably a lot more than that. His oh my gosh, his last Curtis, that's his last name. I don't have his first name written down. Okay, nice one on my part.
Okay.
They were on a double date with Jason Bateman. They were seen smooching on a yacht, and it was.
Why do they always catch them on yachts? You ever notice that? It's like they always get the yacht pictures.
Well, I guess that's the coolest, and they're probably in little.
It's like they had one of Tom Brady. He was like drunk on his yacht, and they got one of him on his yacht. They got one of
him drunk.
Yeah, they always find these people on their yachts. It's like, yeah, they can't just be drunk in a park somewhere, passed out. They got to be on their yachts.
How come they never hover over a pontoon boat out on the river and get us? I haven't seen anything on People Mag. Look, there's Gordon and Kelly smooching on the pontoon to get out of the river.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's when we've made it. Then that'll happen.
There we go.
Right?
Yeah.
When we're really somebody special. All right. Well, we want you to make sure that you know that our new issues of our Clayton, Chesterfield, and St. Charles City Lifestyle magazines are out. The November is incredible. Adam Wainwright, who has shifted stage. He 18 years Cardinals baseball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
18 years of Cardinal baseball. He is now on the stage as a country music artist. How lucky can you be to live two different extremely amazing
Popular types of,
opportunities. I
yeah.
mean, he was an incredible baseball player,
Mhm.
MVP, I'm sure,
Yeah,
right? He won.
yeah, great pitcher.
And then he is now becoming a country star. But the cool thing about it, he's using this country stardom to build not only his own legacy in music, but he is also the person who has founded uh, the big league Impact,
Yeah,
which
which is really amazing.
yes. And so, he says, we want to be on a mission wherever we go, Adam Wainwright says. He says, we want to love people, not just without our words, but with our actions. We want to come alongside them. So there's our gorgeous article that is in November talking about Adam and the great organization, the Big League Impact.
And don't we need more of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When someone said to him, I was hungry and you gave me food, that was like a complete transformation of his life. So,
Because that's actually in the Bible. I was hungry and you gave me food.
He quoted that. I mean, he's all
Yeah.
over, the place, making and awareness and raising money for people in need. So I love that. We've got Terry Bradshaw's coming to Clayton. You're getting to go to that.
Go to that.
The football player, November 20th at the Ritz-Carlton. St. Louis men's against
Cancer.
group against cancer. That big dinner, that story is also in here as well, and many other stories, because November's our thankful issue. So we're talking about things around our city that are giving back and raising awareness and money for other people. So we're excited about this issue. It's a way for, there's a lot of times people are not aware. Just from us, doing our show and doing our magazine, we find out about these businesses and companies and organizations out there that we didn't even know existed. So we're hoping by bringing this to the forefront in our pages, there'll be so many other people that will be able to find out about these great organizations, be able to lend a helping hand, whether it's volunteering your time, because maybe you don't have the ability to write a big check. Volunteering is the lifeblood of every organization.
Absolutely.
Without them, they cannot survive. If you only have $1 to give, every dollar
counts. Absolutely,
so appreciate that. All right. Without further ado, let's bring on Caleb Mathura. Let's talk about the Notebook, which is one of them. I have probably. Hi, Caleb. Welcome to the show. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Are you in the midst of rehearsals? And I keep wanting to look at that camera. Let me look at this camera.
No, right now we just got to St. Louis and I'm just in the Airbnb. We're going to head to the theater in a couple hours to do sound check and get everything ready for the show tonight.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we'll be there tomorrow night, so we'll be clapping loudly for you as well.
How many different cities have you been to so far, Caleb?
This is our 6th city, and I think we're going to hit about like 32 in the first year. So
wow.
We're pretty fresh still.
That's fabulous.
Incredible.
Well, Notebook, I have watched the movie.
I'm not going to get any words in. I just want you to know that because this is her favorite show, her favorite.
Oh, I love it.
Megan said we were going to get to talk to somebody from the Notebook because I'm not kidding. 25 might be minimal. Back in the day, you're too young, but you used to be able to turn the TV on and then a movie would just be playing. You didn't have to hit app after app. You turn on the TV and the Notebook happens to be on. Of course, I saw it on the big screen first, but love that movie. And I'm hoping that you'll be playing another role because I really hope that they'll make The Wedding into a movie and a stage production. Did you know there's a second part to the Notebook?
Yeah, I did know that. I haven't read it yet, but I did hear that there's a second part.
It's fantastic. So hopefully they'll bring that to the big theater or to the movie screen and then to the theater, and you'll be back for more. So we all know it's a beloved story, right? I mean, it's I don't know if there's anyone that doesn't know that the Notebook is a movie or was a book by Nicholas.
I wouldn't have even known about it if it wasn't for you.
Oh,
well, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, the movies, yeah, but I guess, but seriously, yeah. Well, I didn't know it was a book. I mean, most of them are books.
Talk during this interview anymore, Caleb. He didn't know the
Caleb, first of all, yeah, before we start asking questions, what part do you play in the show and what is your character?
Yeah, so I play Finn, who is Noah's best friend in the show, and I also understudy younger Noah and Johnny, which is a new character that they added for the stage production, who is older Noah's physical therapist.
So how does it work playing these different roles that you have, going from one character to the next?
Yeah, it definitely keeps it fresh and keeps me on my toes for sure. Each
Yes.
character has their own show. Like when I do the show as Finn, it feels completely different than when I do the show as younger Noah, which also feels different than Johnny. So even though they're all kind of interwoven together in the production, it feels so different just internally when you're doing it, which helps me separate them. But it is a challenge. A couple of weeks ago, I was Finn during the matinee, and then I was Noah during the night show, and they have a lot of scenes together. So that was a little bit of a twist, just like doing the opposite lines that I usually do. But it's fun. I love it.
You ever catch yourself, come on, be honest, have you ever accidentally said one of the other lines or started to from one of the other
I can
characters?
feel myself starting to, but I've never actually gotten the words out. But I think my instinct is usually to say
Put it in
my
his head now.
He's like, dang it.
Now you put that in your head and you're going to be going, oh my God.
I got to tell a story. I used to sing in bands in the 80s, and we played these two songs right next to each other. And the two songs that were played next to each other were very similar in sound. And one night I was on stage and I was singing, and this next song came on, and I couldn't get the lyrics or out of my head from the first song. And I was like, I was dead in the water. I was like, I want to know he's not the only one. So there you go.
It happens to the best of us.
I know you're young and when the Notebook came out and that. So what did it feel like to be picked for this role? What did you have to do to get picked for this role, knowing you're playing an iconic movie?
Yeah, it's honestly a dream come true every day since the first day of rehearsal. The day that I found out has been just such a dream. The audition process was a little bit elongated. I auditioned back in January. I sent in a video. And then from there, I had 2 callbacks and a final callback with the entire creative team. And after that, I waited about maybe 2 weeks. And then I got a phone call from my agent saying that I got the part. And I was over the moon, as you could assume. I was a huge fan of the show before I even auditioned for it, before I was associated with the production. So it meant the world to be now a part of something that I admired so greatly beforehand.
Yeah. Now I know there's quite a few actors, people that are playing in this. Is everybody traveling? Is there anyone from St. Louis that also is chosen while you're here to play any certain role?
No, so everyone is from New York or Los Angeles primarily, but we are all rehearsed in New York and based in New York for rehearsals, and we travel together as a company throughout America.
Guess you become very, close and make some good friends, being so close together for such a long time.
Yeah, it's started as a friendship, and now we all feel like family. We spend holidays together. We live together. We're with each other all the time, and it's such a great, phenomenal group of people on stage and off. And yeah, it's been such a joy.
That is wonderful. So how do you from the version there? Obviously, we always know there's the book, and then it gets to a movie, and it might change a little bit from. How does it variate from taking it from the book or the movie to a stage production like this? Like, will we notice something different, or give us a little background on that?
Yeah, so I think a beautiful kind of rendition that the stage production does is you have the interweaving of all of the timelines of the Noah and Allie. So in the movie, you see it scene by scene, the teenage version, the adult version, the older version. And in this production, they're kind of all looking over each other and absorbing each other's energies throughout the show, which is just beautiful and helps you think about your future self, your past self. So no matter what age you are, whether you're 15 or 85, you really feel connected to, I think, the characters that you're seeing on stage and also yourself in your own life and the story that you've told.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What is one of your favorite scenes being in this movie? Your scene. What did you love doing the most?
I think being able to craft the production in its new incarnation, I guess, was really awesome because we had the Broadway production, which they did last year in New York, but being able to kind of have a hold on what we all wanted our production to be, because it's a little bit different than Broadway. It was really special to feel like we were able to take ownership of the production in our own hands. And I think that the theatrical elements, like as you can see in these pictures, are just so stunning. And every night watching those scenes play out is so special.
Oh my gosh. Is there a certain scene or something that pulled at your heartstrings that you really got emotional? Because it is an emotional movie. It truly is. Thank goodness I know it, or I would just be like, I'm just dying the whole time. So
Yeah, yeah. I
is
think
there
that
your heart?
yeah, it definitely hits you at your core. But at the end of the day, it's really a celebration of life and love, and just being able to have a connection with someone that you love dearly is what I hope most audience members will walk away with after watching the show. And my favorite scene in the show is the iconic rain scene that we do on stage, and it's just breathtaking every time I watch it. You hear the audience cheering, and I'll never forget seeing it play out for the first time on stage when we were in rehearsals still in Cleveland, and we were going to test the water for the first time, and just seeing it pour on stage on the actors during this very climactic scene is incredible, and something that's truly one of the most incredible theatrical experiences that I've ever seen or witnessed.
Wow. When did you start acting, Caleb? When did you know that this is what you want to do? Do you see yourself uh, anywhere else other than on the stage?
Yeah, I started theater when I was 5, just in the community,
Wow.
and I think that I always knew that I wanted to be a performer, and those around me slowly kind of hopped on that train because it's a tough industry. It's not the easiest to be a part of, but I think that there was never really a doubt in my mind that it's what I meant to be doing, and I feel like I can't see myself doing anything else.
Incredible. So you've been to other places. You're now at the Fabulous Fox, which we believe wholeheartedly it's one of the most beautiful theaters in the country.
Yeah.
There's only one other that's similar to it, I believe. What is it like for you performing on a stage? I know you come from New York, but what's it like being there at the Fox?
It's magical. It's such a incredible view just to look out in the ceiling in the house. It's very special, and a lot of people don't know that the houses on Broadway, the theaters there, are much smaller than the houses that we hit on the road. So I think the Fox is like 4,500 seats, which is almost 3 times the size of the theater that the Notebook played in New York. So for the
Oh, wow.
performers being able to be on such a grandiose stage is so memorable and makes it really special.
We look for ghosts because you know that the Fox is haunted.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard.
We did our show live at the Fox about a year ago, I guess, around Halloween, and never in our entire career of doing shows have our
Cameras just went to black.
blacked out.
No.
Everything worked, but the cameras all of a sudden just went black, and it was like,
Yeah. Oh
okay,
my
that was
gosh.
weird.
And they said things happen like that all the time. Luckily, it did go back on. We
Yeah.
don't even know why it happened, but
Yeah.
things that will happen. There's a light up on the stage that they keep. So
Yeah, the ghost light. Yep.
have a good time. So this is an award-winning creative team. The music lyrics are by Ingrid Michaelson.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Yeah, Ingrid Michaelson. Yep, she's a multi-platinum
Okay.
singer-songwriter.
Choreographed by Katie Spellman. Directed by Michael Greif, and is that Shelley Williams?
Yeah, Michael Greif and Shelley Williams, correct.
Well, incredible. A romantic musical for all ages. This is going to be from November 4th, which tonight is the first night, all the way through the 16th. I know we have friends that are going next week. We appreciate you so much, Caleb, for coming and taking some time talking about this beautiful, gorgeous story, The Notebook. And I'm so excited that's coming to the Fabulous Fox and begins tonight. So round of applause to you for all that you do. And thank you for your time talking about The Notebook. Everybody should go and see this because it is absolutely magical. And I can't wait to go. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Caleb. We'll see you tomorrow night.
See you.
I don't want to say break a leg. Do we do that?
Say break a leg. All right, thank you guys.
Bye.
See
Good
ya.
night. Wow,
Wow.
that's so cool. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Such a young guy.
I know. Started when he was 5.
Yeah. I know we always say Chance, he should definitely
He should
be on
do it.
stage. So he's 8. So we're getting a little bit late to the party. We probably need to make sure to get him going on this right away. Grab my other set of notes here because we're excited. We've got another. It's kind of weird how it happens sometimes where interviews seem to be similar, people on the same
Yeah.
track, and
Same type of entertainment.
right. And again, we're stage lights and city nights here going on the show because we are going to be talking to Nisi Sturgis and Bryce Miller from the New Jewish Theater to talk about another theater production, Baskerville. And this one, I've not read a book. I don't know about it, so I'm excited to hear all about what's coming to the theater right now. So welcome to the show, Nisi and Bryce. Thank you for spending time with us.
It's a joy. It was so fun listening to your segment with Caleb. I want to go see The
Oh,
Notebook now.
did either of you watch The Notebook? Or
I've
are
seen the
we-
movie.
I've seen the movie. I have tickets for this Sunday evening to go see it.
Yay, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're a gentleman, a guy, a man, whatever they say in that, and you have literally, you're not only you watch it, but you're going to the show. It's this one right here. He says the only reason why he saw it is because I've made him watch it 100 times. Beautiful romantic story, and I think of all ages and just the time that it's set in, you know.
What y'all were offering about sort of the alignment between like stories that have multiple characters, but you talking about romance, there's a lot of that in Hound of the Baskerville. It's this sort of epic, and we have these 5 actors playing 40 different characters, and so
Wow.
there's interesting overlap there.
That's amazing. So, Missy,
Okay, you're blowing my mind here. I can't remember one thing that I got to do. And you've got actors remembering like 40. I mean, I'm saying this right here in front of her, right? So,
it's true. So, give us a little background, Nisi and Bryce, on your roles with this awesome production.
I am the director. I get to be the director of this incredible group of artists and creative team here. Um, Bringing this story to life in St. Louis is so fun because your community is so talented, and they have sort of a sophistication around theatricality. So there's a playful understanding about how to tell a story and that creativity here. So that's been really wonderful to just dive in with this company.
Oh, and we want to hear what Bryce. We hear
Yeah,
Bryce.
I play Dr. John Watson, and I get the very fun job of being the narrator and walking the audience through the crazy madcap adaptation of
Mhm.
Hound of the Baskervilles that we have.
He's our heart. He's our heart in this show.
Narrator, you're actually speaking dialogue, moving the show along.
Yes.
Yes, I get to talk directly to the audience and transition from scene to scene as we move from Holmes and Watson's apartment into the swamps and the moors of Baskerville. It's very fun. There are lots of different locations that I get to walk the audience through. There are lots of tricks up our sleeve.
Oh, that's great. Now, are you both from here and work with the Jewish theater, or are you traveling as well?
Take it away, Bryce.
I am born and raised in St. Louis. This is my 3rd show that I've done with New Jewish Theater. The 3 all in the past year, but I've been born and raised here. I work at a lot of different companies around town.
And we were lucky enough to get him in this show. This is my first time working at the New Jewish Theater, but artistic director Rebecca Scallett, I've known since we were 16 years old, and I knew she would do wonderful things in this community when she decided to move here. I've worked here twice, both as an actor, once at St. Louis Shakes and then with the Tennessee Williams Festival. And then my spouse was just here at the Rep in the Cottage. So I've been orbiting this community for a while, but to get to land for a little bit and actually dig in with a company like this is amazing.
Well, we got to interview Rebecca,
yeah.
so you're fortunate to be working with her. That's wonderful. And you know, you actors, you all tend to start acting, and then you get the bug for directing.
That's right. Well,
But
I
that's
think that
interesting
there's
work.
something where you can zoom out and see the whole picture. Like it's all about problem solving. And so if you have a generous spirit and you're activated and you're paying attention, you're going to have some good offers because it's always tricky to balance time in this process. And I think I did a really good job casting because all of my folks are so creative and bright and available and their eyes will start shining and their heads will start nodding of like, let's do that. So we're really finding the fun and solving problems together. It's great.
Well, I
Well,
know you had a question.
speaking of solving problems, you've got 30 scenes in countless locations. How did your design team bring the sense of adventure to an intimate Wool Studio theater? How do you bring that? How did you balance that with all the changing scenes?
That's a super question, Gordon. Lako Huffman, who is our scenic designer, started with the inspiration of Edward Gorey because it just so beautifully aligns with sort of the atmospheric creepiness, surprising world of Holmes and Watson in the Victorian into Edwardian time. And so Leiko played around with that. And then Michelle Seiler, our brilliant costume designer, is a huge Ed Gorey fan. And so she took that baton and started running. And Catherine Stepanek, who is our lighting designer, then got really excited because she's actually scenic designed the show before, but is working on lights. So she said, "Ooh, I have some ideas about neo-noir and how to brighten this world." So it just felt like a lot of resonance between the creative team, and we just kept following that thread. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna, hit all kinds of wonderful snags together and be like, "No, now we have to go this way." But I'll knock on all the things. It's taking shape really wonderfully.
It's really going to be a feast for the eyes. Michelle specifically, she's the resident costume designer at New Jewish Theater, and she is so incredibly talented. Everything I've worn by her is like, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite thing I've ever worn on stage. And then I do another show with her, and I'm like, no, this is actually my favorite thing I've worn. Everyone is so talented working on this.
That's so much fun. Well, for somebody that has not experienced or know about Ken Ludwig's Baskerville, it's a Sherlock Holmes Madcap Mystery. Can you give us, for someone that's listening, what that experience will take them to?
I can leap first, Bryce.
Yeah.
It is an epic adventure. It is so delightfully funny because you watch these actors give it all they can in telling this story, just as truthfully and with full heart and commitment. And it's it's wild. I mean, I think there are so many surprises. There are so many delightful moments, and then there are these shifts into, oh right, there's real loss here. There's real fear here. And I think Ken Ludwig, who is just a master at the craft of playwriting and truly understands audiences and comedy, has layered in all these things with a story that people adore Holmes and Watson. We will always return to them because they have this level of trust with one another and they are so different, and those differences provide a strength. So all of that is part of the story. Bryce, what do you think?
Yeah, that was really well said. And for people who aren't familiar with Ken Ludwig, he is a playwright who specializes in ridiculous, over the top comedy. And then he comes and brings in this really faithful, grounded adaptation of Hound of the Baskervilles. But then he weaves in his own little eccentricities. Like me and the actor playing Sherlock, Nick Freed, we only play those characters. And then there are three other really talented actors in the show who one of them plays 15 characters, one plays 14, and one plays, I think, 9 or 10 characters.
Mhm.
They
There's only
they
5 of you, right?
only
That's
5
right.
of us, yes,
Only
and
5
lightning
playing
quick.
40 characters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bryce, what's that like what's the chemistry like between you and Nick? How did that chemistry come about? How did you strengthen that?
Oh man, we had never previously met. We read together once at auditions back in February, and then found out we were doing the play together, and then it's kind of just incredibly natural. He is very electric and very direct and focused on stage, which is so interesting to watch as Watson, like watching Sherlock, like how is he doing this? Like I am kind of just in awe of him every time he's on stage because of how much your eye is just drawn to him. He is a very interesting naturalistic actor, and if people haven't seen him on stage before, they should absolutely come out and watch his work in this show. He's really, really good.
And you can feel that Bryce's generous spirit and his power of observation is part of the reason he was cast. He is so present and patient and has this um, just curiosity with everything that's happening that keeps everything really alive.
Well, Nisi, you seem like you'd be amazing to work with as a director. Your energy when you talk about this production is just so vibrant and enlightening and fun. So I'm sure everybody really truly enjoys working under you. For someone that hasn't been to the New Jewish Theater, tell us the experience of walking into there and what it will be like. I actually haven't been there myself, so we have to make sure to
Yes,
make a commitment to get
I
there.
definitely want to see this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, it is a small, what's called a studio or black box space. So it's not like you're going to the Fox and there are 4,000 other people around you. We seat about 125, and the audience will be on both sides of the action, where the stage will be in the middle. directly in your face, like tennis court style.
Immersive.
Yes, very immersive. Quick changes will be happening directly in front of you. You'll see people change lightning quick. It is very immersive and intimate,
Personal.
which is
Yeah,
my
I was gonna
favorite type
say,
of theater.
that's a better word, intimate. I mean, no bad seat in there with
Mm-mm.
that size. Now, how many performances will let's see, you're November 20th till December 7th, right? And
Exactly.
uh so to get tickets, so that look at that cover, I like that. um to get they can still get tickets. You still have openings, I'm sure, for this event, correct?
Oh, yes.
People are
Yes,
going
we
to
have
get tickets by going where?
go to jccstl.com, go to the New Jewish tab, and then you will see our Eventbrite link. We have a special Black Friday 2 o'clock matinee as well, which is very exciting to do.
Mhm.
Oh, how fun. Oh my gosh, this sounds wonderful. Yeah, we definitely are going to make sure that we come there for so many reasons to see the theater that we've not been able to experience, and then of course to be able to experience a Sherlock Holmes Madcap Mystery. That is something new for us to see as well. Well, is there something that you would like to leave the listeners with to make sure that they know the experience they're going to have by coming to see Baskerville?
I think there's something really powerful about the question, who can you trust in a dangerous world, that we're all
Ooh,
Mm.
still navigating.
yeah.
And uh, in the theater, like, we can suspend for a moment and we can have all kinds of fun and still grapple with that question. So that's something I think that's really fascinating that Ken Ludwig is able to do and crack us up at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing better than seeing something that really pulls at your emotions but gives you laughter. I mean, and you leave and you can let go of what's going on around you for a little while and just
Yes.
submerge yourself into something else to just take you away from everything that's going on around us that's a little bit crazy, right?
Amen.
Yeah.
Please stick around after and say hi when you do come. I'd love to meet y'all.
Yes.
Exactly. We are really going to enjoy it. So we want to make sure that everybody knows about the newish. There we go. There's a new word for you. The new Jewish theater, Baskerville, a Ken Ludwig's Baskerville. And again, this is November 20th through December 7th. The address there, very close to Millstone Campus Drive
Mhm.
here in St. Louis. Won't want to miss it. And then you'll be able to go on and see all of the different times and get your tickets to it. So, Nisi, Bryce, thank you so much for spending time with us and introducing us to this incredible Sherlock Holmes mystery. We can't wait to be a part of it and see it.
Thank you so
Thank,
much.
thank you
Thank
both.
you. Bye. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
That's great. Gosh. You don't realize all the fun things that are out there that St. Louis, has to offer. And so being able to go and see this will be a lot of fun. And then experience a new theater. If you haven't been there, that's what's fun, is getting out and touring things in your own city.
I know. I can't wait to do it. I want to see it. I mean, I love the fact that you can blend that comedy and that mystery together. And
Yeah.
it's like a question I was going to ask them, but I don't want to keep them too long. Is how hard is that to balance, and how hard is it not to lean on one side or the other? Like lean too much on the comedy or lean too much on the mystery.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Call him back. Get him back on. That's a really good one. They probably know how to balance it correctly because you need both.
Right.
You get those emotions going up and down. I think that's why sometimes, you love a movie so much, or a production, is because it does take you all over the place. Just those emotional swings that you don't even realize where you're at, and you're so detached from the real world when you really
Right.
soak yourself into a production like that. So, and you know what? By Ken Ludwig, this production that he's doing, and these actors and director that's bringing it alive, it allows it to stay alive too.
Yeah.
God, how old is Sherlock Holmes?
I know.
I mean, really, and it's things like this that, keep it alive and allow our younger generation, just like our first interview, talking
Right.
about the Notebook. Here's this young kid. Notebook came along way
Wasn't even
before he
born.
was
Yeah.
here, and it allows these audiences to, you know, to see things and be a part of something. Excuse me, the cough. All right. Well, we're gonna.
Well, speaking of production,
Yeah.
before we leave,
Yes.
we want to make sure that you
we're
guys are.
not leaving. We still
Oh.
have another interview.
Well, before we go to the other interview, speaking of productions, Halloween in Newtown is just
Oh
off
my
the charts. We have major productions in Newtown, and if you weren't here for this Friday's Halloween, we had 1,554 kids come through for candy
So
this year.
imagine the magnitude of that. That's just the kids that we handed candy to.
We actually ran out of candy, believe it. Of course, you just go like, yeah.
Yeah, but think of the magnitude of
We
that.
probably
with
had another
kids.
50 come by that we didn't have candy for because they weren't
Right,
done.
maybe even more than that. But we had over 3,000 pieces of candy. But what I was saying is the magnitude of that. We're talking about 1,500 kids. They came with parents and people.
Right.
So they were not just kids walking by themselves. There were
I always
families.
bring references to the Bible. I always love it when they said 3,000 were fed. Well, we don't know, women and men, they're not talking, they didn't even count the children.
No, it was
You
just
know?
the clicking of giving a child
Yeah.
a piece of candy. And the sidewalks were literally mobbed. And then, of course, Gordon at his finest. When he decorates, he goes all out, as you can see from the video there. So billowing smoke. And look like her house was on fire.
The cemeteries are foggy, right?
It was so foggy. I couldn't even see the kids sometimes hand them their candy. I'm like going like this so that we could finally see. So we sat out on the
Halloween's
porch
fun.
afterwards. It is fun. If you haven't been to Newtown to experience a Halloween, you're missing out. Not that we need more people to come
Yeah.
through.
Why we're telling you.
We're able to get another job before the candy at Halloween to give it out. But it is quite incredible. And if you want to do something fun with your family, the holidays are just around the corner. We go all out in Newtown. If the a plane above would be, or I guess maybe if you're in outer space and you're shooting, I'm thinking like a camera.
Oh, yeah. They like a helicopter did like the video footage.
Newtown
Drone footage would have been
like, say
great.
you're up in space. Newtown
Oh,
would be blazing up
yeah.
into the sky because the decorations down here and the lights are just absolutely incredible. We moved in December 9th. And it was like, don't kiss because it'll start snowing. It's like Hallmark Village. And it did start snowing. And we didn't even get our boxes unpacked, but we had our
No.
porch decorated because that's the thing. If you ever watched the movie Truman Show or you've been to Rosemary Beach, that's Newtown. It's very different than normal subdivisions if you're from the Midwest, which that's where we're at in the Midwest. So if you're watching from, somewhere else in the United States or another country, of course, you may live in something if you're in Rosemary Beach or Destin, but here in the Midwest in St. Louis, these row type with porches and that are seen mostly in Florida, places like that.
Yeah, it's
Georgia.
off the charts.
Yeah, not here, in Newtown, which is really cool. So you're going to get to meet another guest on our show today, Nadine. She is a woman-owned transportation service, which is rare. Which will tell you the type of service that you get when you have a woman running the show. Very, very elegant, very, very neat, and very much in style to be picked up or taken to where you want to go. So we're going to find out a little bit how she does it and what you can expect. And we're going to be inside the luxury vehicle for this interview. So we'll have a lot of fun with that. So we hope you've had your mocktail or cocktail. We hope you've enjoyed meeting our guests that we've had talking about some productions that are coming to St. Louis. And if you're not listening from St. Louis, you might want to check out where these productions may be playing in your city because they're definitely a must go to. Tonight, actually, we're going to go see another production. Gordon recently interviewed Boz Scaggs for his Soul Strings. So if you check out our YouTube channel, you're going to see a playlist called Soul Strings. Gordon is a musician, a lead singer himself throughout his life since you're 17, and he is
pretty much 14.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Nisi being an actor and now taking that lead role as director. You've gone from being on stage to having the privilege of
Gone from
some of your favorites out there in the music industry. So you've interviewed so far
Soup Granda from Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
but the drummer from
No, he was
theater.
Dream Theater. Yes,
I know what I'm talking
Mike
about. Dream
Portnoy
Theater.
from Dream Theater, and then Andy Summers from the Police, the
from
guitar player from
Police.
the.
He was the guitar player.
Yep, and then Pat Liston, of course, from St. Louis, who was from Mama's Pride,
right?
which he was a very one of my favorites.
That
You
was an
know.
hour. I think you went over an hour with him.
Oh yeah.
Incredible interview, and I loved when he played the guitar.
Yep.
We were at Carvin, so we were at another
Such a
location.
great
Like you
story.
said, you never know where we might be doing an In Your City show, which is fun. But yeah, so I think it's so cool that you're getting to meet these people. So you can go to that playlist, Soul Strings, check out his interviews, and meet these people that have been on stage for a long time, and the fact that they're still performing. I think one of the funniest things, Boz Scaggs is the one, isn't he? He was the one. So he's elderly now, but still performing. But a lot of people, they aren't very. Gordon is very technical savvy. I don't know what the right word is, but Boz is is amazing at music. But when it came to getting him on the interview, sometimes
It was
the
like
camera was above his head.
it's like his head's down here. It's like and see his eyes pop up. He was like remember the guy on Tool Time that was the neighbor, Tim, on Tool Time that would always look over the fence.
Yes,
That was
yes.
what it was like. It was kind of like,
Yeah, that was funny, but a great interview. And we're going to the factory. So if you're from St. Louis, if you've not had the opportunity to see a concert, we've all been to concerts throughout our life at different venues, kind of like the difference between talking about the Fox with the Notebook, being at this grand, theater that's been around for a long time. It's historical, to going to the new Jewish theater of 120 or 50
Yeah.
seats. Such a different way to see a production. It's kind of the same way with these concerts. The factory is not like the God, I almost said the Kiel Opera Theater. It hasn't been called
Oh,
that
no,
in years.
no.
Or Checkerdome.
It's very intimate. It's designed perfectly. It's easy access in and out of the bathrooms, easy access to get a drink and get a
seats are
snack.
so comfortable.
Seats are
Very wide
comfortable. The
seats.
dining area is awesome to get. If you get seats in the dining area, that is the best. They don't always open that up. It's not always open for dining. Sometimes it's open for general admission, depending on the ticket availability. But yeah, it's a great venue.
Great experience and the sound, is wonderful. So that's a great place you can check out as well if you're in the St. Louis area. The factory, it's there in Chesterfield, which is a brand new development that has all kinds of things that you can experience while you go through one of those outside grass.
Steinberg Group community. Yep.
Yeah, really, really nice. So
We had them on.
fun
Yep.
things. Tour your city. If you live in St. Louis, check out the things around you. And if you're not from St. Louis and you're passing through, definitely some must things that you'll want to see. Head to the Fox, head to the new Jewish Theater, check out the Chesterfield. What is that area called over there in Chesterfield where the factory is? All of a
Is
sudden,
it the hub?
could be I think it is. I think it is the hub. I think
Yeah,
that's
the hub.
it. So, all right. Well, we're going to join in just a second here and let you meet Nadine and have some fun with that. So thank you for tuning into the In Your City show. We'll be right back.
We have visitors.
We do. We're back, the In Your City show. Thanks for waiting. We were going to go. We had another interview that we're doing with Nadine with NAS Transportation.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so we just wanted to say that we are going to be meeting with her soon. I know we mentioned a few times the show. She is so busy right now with her transportation.
Taking somebody up to the airport.
Yeah, she's literally caught with her clients and can't be with us. But don't worry, we are going to introduce you to her. Gordon, he's going to go and show you one of their beautiful automobiles, because if you need transportation and we've used it ourselves, you'll definitely want to check out NAS Transportation. That's NAS Transportation. She will get you there safely, quickly, and in style for sure. So this is Olive. If you haven't met Olive, our English bulldog, that's Louie, our little chocolate poodle.
Who always gets left out.
He gets left out, but this time he is going to debut in my new children's book that already launched on November 3rd. So Louis has a star role in it with his sister Olive. So we thought, you know what, we're at home bringing you the In Your City show, and that we'd love to let you meet our family.
Louis looks like Smash from Guns N' Roses. Or Slash. You can't see his face.
You can't see his face. So you know what, from our home to your home and to every city that you might be tuning in for us, we hope that you'll have fun. Check out our playlist here on the In Your City with Kelley and Gordon on the YouTube channel. Of course, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the In Your City show. And let's see, is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Of course. Check out our City Lifestyle magazines. We are bringing you great stories every single month. Our magazine is actually mailed to 45,000 homes, but from anywhere around the world. You can go to citylifestyle.com/Clayton /Chesterfield or /St. Charles, because we're here in the Midwest, in the St. Louis area. Check out our beautiful magazines. All right.
You
So as we always say with every show, don't waste a minute. Enjoy every minute that you have.
Cheers.
Cheers.